Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to DRC. Once again, my name's Evan and we are live around the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's round number 13 for the penultimate round of Season 4. 2 races left, as we do have another full grid for this evening. And we do hope our drivers put on a bit of a show, and we will get a bit of a show because, of course, our lead driver Dart FIFA and one of the other top drivers, Danny Head Kemper, have actually decided for today's GP they will start at the back to give us and them, of course, a little bit more interesting. I believe they're going to start at the back. No, never mind, that's not happening. They've decided against that. Anyway, we do have a full lobby, 17 minutes in qualifying. You've just joined us at the start. We're going to get going here as we see all our drivers come out on track. Of course, we have one new driver for this evening. We have Marcus, who was actually joined last week, but unfortunately couldn't make it because he didn't get an invite. That's mainly it. And then we do have the return of FEL Alonso, who got his debut podium, which was amazing for him. Do have a good few drivers out on track. It's a difficult circuit around Abu Dhabi here. We probably won't get the wet race like we did last week in Canada, or Saturday night even. We do the return of Donkey in the Renault. He seems to make the Wednesday night races, not so much the Saturday ones, but he's here, and that's the main thing, because we do have many things pulling over to let Karem, and is he going to let Killers through? Both Ferraris work together a lot, as we know, and are going to work together again this evening. Yellow flags in Sector 3, that is just from the cars backing up. And who is first on our lap? It is Stein, I believe, as he's coming down to the chicane now. Or is it many things? It's Stein. Or is it Yuri? No, it's Stein. Stein is first. Gotta go on board as they come down the main straight. Hopefully we do see a battle for pole. Of course, Dart FIFA is qualifying, so is Danny, as we thought they were going to qualify to the back of the grid. Don't ask me why, but we did. Purple sector 1 for Stein, but of course he is first to set a lap, so that's probably not going to stay. He comes round into sector 3, gets it late on the brakes through there. A bit squirmishy on the exit from Stein, but he's keeping the car under good control. We know he's quick on this Williams. Will we see it tonight? He's going to be held up a bit by Dimitri, who is on his outlap, but he's going to get going soon. Yep, there he is gone. What can Stein set the time to beat? It's a 1:35.3. And Levy can't beat that. SVDL can't beat that. Oh, Dimitri's run very wide. And it's instantly beaten by Dart FIFA, who isn't beaten by his main rival, Danny. Both running not very close at all. Killer slots into 5th, as Yuri slots into 7th. That's actually the slowest time so far in this session. Matthias goes 8th with a 1:48. Tentoon Stelling goes 8th now with a 1:37.1. A good lap from the Belgian in the Alfa Romeo. We know he's one of our more steady drivers in this league, who had a good showing in Monza, but unfortunately got hit by Fireshot Ryan, who is here again tonight. and hopefully just isn't involved in an incident. Quickster goes 8th in the other Williams, the 136.1, a good lap from Quickster, the Frenchman, who is not quite battling with his teammate Stein, but he is getting there. Karem came back into the pits after his lap. Dimitri's back at turn 1. That was actually Danny Kemper, I believe, who was setting a lap. I've no idea, really. Marcus is coming back out of the pits. As we don't have any improvers yet. Mimela won, actually, sorry, he went 11th. That's actually the slowest time. As Matthias went 2nd, sorry, with a 1:34.9. That's a great lap. That's a great lap from Matthias Gamer in the Toro Rosso. Goes 2nd, beats main rival Danny Kemper. He pretty much has, if he gets a good result here today, he has 2nd bagged. In the championship, of course, the champion is already confirmed with Dart FIFA winning 12 out of 13 Grand Prix. We could see a change in that tonight. We thought we would see a change in Canada, but what has been described as a strategical masterclass by Dart FIFA. As FEL Alonso comes 13th, that's a very slow time. We hope that's not his pace around here. We hope he can pick that up nicely. And who has just improved? It's Dimitri. He's gone 7th in the Haas. Good lap from him. After he's won Driver of the Day last weekend. Last weekend in Canada. As we look on a couple of drivers on their out lap, somebody's run wide in Sector 2. I believe that's actually Dimitri, who has decided he's going to turn this into a cross-country course, just cutting it straight through. That's really beneficial to everyone. Rafa goes 12th with a 1:36.7 in the Mercedes. Of course, his teammate, of course, isn't normally Henk. But what it is for tonight is his teammate has actually been suspended for the league. He is due to leave after tonight and to Saturday's Grand Prix, but he has been suspended. So far, a lot spreading out the top two. Like we can see, 7th Dimitri, a 1:35.7, and 8th is SVDL, a 1:36.0. So a lot spreading out the two packs. I wonder, will we see that in the race? Of course, collisions are one to watch. And we still do have other drivers to set a time. We do have many things. Donkey, Henk, Marcus, Karem and Van Raj all setting laps, and all on laps apart from the Mercedes. And Donkey, he is in the pits, but we did see him out on track, so we know he will be back out to set a lap fairly soon. Let's stay on board with Marcus. He comes around the final turn. Up to the line he goes 12th with 1:36.6, which isn't a bad time for the Renault. It's not last, but he could improve. We have seen quicker pace from the Renault. We're going to go on board with our usual front runner Karem, but has decided he'll take Ferrari to the max and become Sebastian Vettel in spinning. Where will we see a turn in results today? Here comes Karem. Goes 7th with a 1:35.6. That's the Karem we're used to seeing. He's slotted in behind his teammate, however. That's not normally what happens with the pair, but of course, that is not like our usual Ferrari team. They get on swimmingly. Van Raj goes 13th with a 1:36.5, sorry. As we actually see, Dart FIFA's on the mediums. He's going to set a lap on the mediums. but he did set a lap on the softs. Danny, however, set a lap on the mediums. So he is out on the softs. SVDL's out of this session. What's happened here then? He's gone off in the middle sector, in the first sector, sorry, we believe. We're going to try go on board with somebody now. Oh, he spun on the line. That's awful for SVDL. He's out of this session. He's just spun. Coming into... Oh, somebody else has spun. Or has somebody else just gone off? I believe that was a Toro Rosso. Is it that of Levy or is it Matthias? It was Matthias. He is just letting drivers by. That's the good thing to do, Matthias. But the racing point of SVDL is out of this session. He's crashed. And that's heartbreaking for the racing point. Well, it's not heartbreaking. He has set a time. But he still will be wanting more than what he got there. F for SVDL. Okay, that's F for SVDL. Anyway, 6 minutes remain in this qualifying session. As we do see, Danny and Kemper's actually improved. With the SVDL collision, we didn't even see the other racing point be defeated. We've seen one be defeated by the barrier, and we've seen one being beaten by a... I was going to say a German, he's Dutch. He's also actually changed his racing number. It's actually, he's now number 48. Of course, having two number 2s in the Haas was a bit confusing, as Yuri has gone 10th in the McLaren. That's a good lap from him. Oh, Henk is retired from the session, but he hasn't actually set a lap. Or has he? No, he has. He's in 12th. He's retired from this session. He's gone in the first sector as well. Somebody's cleaving a barrier. It's Dimitri. Oh, and Yuri's missed the pit lane and is now reversing into the pits. You're not allowed to do that, but I suppose anything kind of goes sometimes on this game. So we're going to try find where Henk did go off. We will try go on board with somebody. Oh, Dimitri's taking the braking markers off. I'm not sure whether he's doing that on purpose or not. Oh, Quickster spun. He's off onto the grass. Not much grass on this surface, but he has found some. Dimitri hasn't taken the pit boards off there. He's actually 8/10 up, but wouldn't you be 8/10 up as well if you just decide to straight line a corner? 5 minutes 14 remain here as Stein's gone second in the Williams. We're missing everyone to improve. So the Williams is in second, Danny's in first. Everyone has set a time apart from Many Things YT in the McLaren, who is setting up for a lap. Mimla 1's currently in last on the mediums, and a lot of medium runners here as it is a bit of a difficult. The strategy can be a bit messed up last time. The strategy can be a bit messed up sometimes. But we know it does give good action, as we did see here in Season 3. We had great battles from Lorenzo and Killers. And Rafa, with Rafa winning that Grand Prix, I believe. But anyway, we'll move on. What can Many Things lap set? He's going to go 14th with a 1:36.5. A good lap from the McLaren, but definitely some pace still in the Papaya Orange of the McLaren. Nearly a collision with Marcus and Killers. Both on outlaps, but one... Sorry, that was actually Karem. Both nearly coming together. Both nearly coming together. Dirt Fever's out on an outlap. 3 minutes 45 to go here in this session. I have a brilliant excuse for why my lap is so bad. My dad distracted me with a video of Mary Lou McDonald. So, me and the one giving the early excuses, and that's probably the wildest one I've ever heard. We're just gonna completely ignore that. That is something else. But anyway, we hope Mimula 1 can improve, and we hope he that doesn't happen. Anyway, we move on as Dirt FIFA is coming to try continue his lap. Start his lap. Mimula 1's really throwing me off. He's trying to start his lap. He is on a 130. He did set a 134.8, but was beaten by Danny and Stein. And if you don't know who Stein is, it's the Williams. That's seemingly I'm saying it right. I don't know how, but I'm saying it right, seemingly. Stein Fever gets all over the shop on that first corner. We're going to stay on board as he comes down through this S's section into the chicane. Genuine excuse. I really don't believe that, but anyway. Send it on. Send the video on. We all want to see that. Anyway, we go back to the action. As a McLaren and a Ferrari have come together again on this section. As Karem's retired from the session, what is Karem doing at this chicane? He's crashed again. So we said we might see a bit of a run in form. We really haven't. Start FIFA just set a purple sector 1. We're gonna keep going with him on board here. As he comes round into what is going to be sector 3. Somebody has improved, I haven't seen who. Oh, it was Donkey, he's gone 6th in the Renault. Sorry, he was always 6th. We'll try catch who improved. It was actually Marcus, he's gone 10th in the Renault. As we stay on board with Dart FIFA, what can he do here? We'll go outside, sorry, with Dart FIFA. Oh, there's a Williams spinning on the straight, I believe that's Quickster. Dart FIFA's only got 2nd and will not be on pole position for this Grand Prix. Into the wall, he decides he will go. He won't be on pole. Will it be Danny or will it be Stein? Stein gets it all wrong through that sector. It's not likely going to be him, or is he letting Tentoon Stelling through? I doubt he'll have enough time to go back around and set another lap. So there's only 43 seconds remaining. We'll have to wait and see. Bit of a tight squeeze from the Williams here, but if he does cut corners and stuff, he will. He will likely get there. And Tibor Sterl has joined the comments. If you don't know who Tibor is, he was Alex Albon on Instagram, pretending to be. But yeah, he's here now, probably. So say hi to Tibor in the comments, because this is probably his first and last ever DRC race. Anyway, Stein is definitely going for another lap, but we're gonna focus on our current. We'll try that one again. We're gonna go 3rd time's the charm. Okay, we're not gonna concentrate on Danny Headkemper's lap because he's just absolute binned it. Now, Matthias has gone 3rd in the Toro Rosso. That's a great lap. Stein's not going to get around. Yuri's gone 5th in the McLaren. That's an excellent lap. Can Rafa snatch pole position? No, he's 14 tenths down. No, he will not be grabbing pole. Could we see Marcus or We've seen Quickster spin on the straight. I highly doubt he's on pole. He will get a pole position. But it's looking like it could be Danny, unless Matthias is still going for a lap. He is not, as he is going to run out of fuel. What can Rafa's 14 tenths down. Dimitri's just set a purple sector 1, and if anything, this is teaching me, don't rule anybody out. Dimitri gets pole position. This is lap of the year in my books. He's in 11th. Can he beat his teammate to the pole? We know he's quick around here. Here we go. Can Dimitri, if he can set a pole time here, I think we go ballistic. Dimitri! Oh, only good enough for 6th. Not good enough for the pole position. I don't know what we were banking on there. And that is it. We're just waiting on Matthias to make his way back round, which he has done very nicely. And that is it. That is qualifying completed. For Abu Dhabi, it's the same front 2 as last week. We do have Danny Headkemper on pole, Dart FIFA in 2nd, Matthias Gamer 3rd, Stein 4th, and of course the standings have just gone off the screen. Here it is, it's the Dutchman on pole of Danny Kemper in the Haas with a 1:34.1. Tarfifa second. Matthias will start third for today's Grand Prix. I always go to say tomorrow's Grand Prix. The Grand Prix is now. Steinen will start fourth in the Williams with Yuri starting fifth. Dimitri sixth after we thought he could get a bit of a pole lap there. He didn't. Levy is in seventh. Donkey 8th, Killers 9th, Rafa 10th, Karem 11th, FEL 12th, Marcus 13th, Quickster 14th, SVDL 15th, Hank 16th, Matty Think 17th, Van Raj 18th, Tentun Stelling 19th, and Mimala 1 will start 20th on a set of mediums. It is a night race around here, so we could get some nice views as we do drive around the track here in Abu Dhabi. Of course, it is beside the Ferrari Land Amusement Park. But we don't need to worry about that today. As we wait for the formation lap to start, of course, the drivers just... what they be doing now is setting their strategies. And, of course, strategy, as we have mentioned, is very important around this Abu Dhabi circuit. Here we go, we're on the grid for qualifying. Our two drivers who said they were going to start last are actually in first and second. It is Danny Headcamper on pole position in the Haas. We've seen it start this way last week, but it was this man Dart FIFA who came out on top for his 12th time this season. What a race we've seen last week in the wet weather. Matthias is in third. In the Toro Rosso, a good qualifying after what wasn't the best race from last week. Still, however, achieving a podium. Mimala 1, we know you've seen the video. We never said you weren't lying. Stein is in fourth in the Williams. Yuri will start fifth with a personal best qualifying from the McLaren man. Dimitri will start sixth, driver of the day last week. Driver of the day on Saturday. What can we see him do today? Levy will start 7th after being on the podium for most of the time last week's race. But he did have a collision. Donkey will start 8th in the Renault, not as high up. He's normally our pole sitter. He isn't our pole sitter today. Killers will start 9th in the Ferrari, Rafa 10th. Killers' teammate Karem and fellow Turkishman will start 11th. As FEL will start 12th. He's on the grid after being removed from the formation lap. Marcus 13th. Quickster also removed from the formation lap will start 14th. As SVDL in the Racing Point, we've seen him crash during that qualifying session on the main straight. He's going to start 15th. As Henk starts 16th, also involved in the collision. Many things nearly involved in a collision just there. He starts 17th. The two Alphas both come back. Both are worthy of a comeback, and both can definitely drive. Start 18th and 19th respectively, and Mimala 1 will start 20th after telling us for the 5th time he was distracted by a video. As our drivers do line up on the grid. We wait for Mimala 1 to come back around to start our race. He normally doesn't qualify 20th, but he is today. What can he do? Can he put on a bit of a show for us? Anything can really happen. As here we go. Hopefully we do get a bit better of a camera than that. This is a terrible camera. We wait for the 5 lights. Stein's left the Grand Prix. Here we go. 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Racing in Abu Dhabi. It's a terrible start for our pole sitter. He's already gone and he's going to be pipped by Stein. Great start for Yuri, already getting up the positions. As Toro Rosso runs wide all through turn 1, very cleanly indeed. As we watch, Dark Thief is already taking the lead and already can extend that gap. Yuri's up to 3rd. Donkey's looking to make a move. He's up to 5th as Matthias and Rafa come together. Dimitri tries to go around the outside. He's lost some positions already. Rafa's got a mega start. Already up 3 into into 8th. That's a good start from Dimitri, who has a bit of a collision and pushes him out wide. We watch Killers and Quickstar look to go side by side down this main straight. FEL's got a good start as well. Killers looking to get past him. We go up the top. Yuri's got past Stein. Matty has got past Stein. Tries to go the long way round. Round the outside he goes. That's a great move from the Toro Rosso. We go back up to the front. Danny and Kemper getting an awful start on this opening lap. Stein, I wonder, is he back driving for himself? He is. He's going to look to make a move past Matthias Gamer in the Toro Rosso, who had a terrible start as well. Oh, Rafa slipping down the inside of FEL as Dimitri and Quickstar's battle. Oh, Many Things is around nearly. He's had a flyer 7 positions up the start. Karem was involved in an incident on that opening lap once again. He's already dropped a couple of positions. Levy's already received a penalty, a 5-second for extending track limits very early to get that sort of penalty. Kenno's on the back of this tree. SVDL up to 14th. Mimolo 1's looking to go down the inside of Tentoon Stelling. He's into the pits. A lot of pitters. We can see FEL. Dimitri's come into the pits as well, I believe. We're going to go back up to the front. Danny looking to gain on Dark FIFA on this opening lap. As the 2 Red Bulls have pit, that's going to be a catastrophe. Or it's not, they've got FEL out in time. Really good stuff from the Red Bulls. It looks like there's been a bit of a collision. Karem's already up to 13th. We wonder what happened to him at the start. We'll have to watch back and see. Killer's looking to get past Quickstar and Many Things YT down this main straight. A double stack for Red Bull, that is right indeed. Here comes Killers, he's going to try go round the outside of 2 of them. That's not going to work. We're 3 wide down the back straight here. Who's going to get it? Killers tries to swoop round the outside, and he's decided he's not going to make that corner. He is going to have to give those positions back, however. Quickstar's on the back of Many Things YT. We're going to have a look here as Levy's trying to get involved in these in the Toro Rosso. Pulls to the outside, does Quickstar down the inside he goes on the softs, a lot quicker than Many Things on them mediums, but they're still tussling side by side. We're going to see a lot of battling happening, still battling happening with Quickstar and Many Things. These are a 4-way battle for 8th. So the cameras really aren't great around here. We will keep watching. We're going to go on board with SVDL as Levy's going to try and go up the inside of Many Things. Dark FIFA sets a fastest lap. 0.5 the gap up the front. We'll have to catch up back then after this battle. DRS has been enabled. That might spoil this battle a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see. Of course, we did get a lot more action when DRS wasn't enabled in Abu Dhabi. Donkey's having a battle with Yuri. We're going to have to catch up. He's got him into the break and into the chicane. Lovely move. Oh, bit of a collision with Yuri. He's been hit by Stein. Rafa jumps the 2 and gets into 4th. FEL was disqualified from this session. He's been disqualified. That's not good at all. As we have Matthias and Tentoon Stelling into the pits. Awful stuff for Matthias, who did actually start 3rd. And look at Danny Head-Kemper catching on Dark FIFA. Is he going to look to make a move? As we look here, Danny still sporting his Monza helmet. He's got to try go around the outside of our race leader. That doesn't work. He's going to have to get a switcheroo. This is probably one of the only battles for the lead we've had this season. As they come around this section, both neck and neck. We're going to stay on board with Danny as Yuri has dropped miles off the back of Dark FIFA. Or Donkey even, sorry. Donkey has 2 pole positions in DRC, but does not have a podium. Can he get that today? We'll have to wait and see. As Dark FIFA is trying to extend this gap like he does every week, but it has not been working. Has not been working so far this Grand Prix. Stein and Yuri both come in for early stops. I wonder, do they have a bit of damage after that collision? Levy's looking to get back and catch SVDL. As we will drop back, the battle's kind of settling. As it was really action-packed, but we're going to stay on board with Karem or not Karem, sorry, Danny. Oh, this Rafa spun! Rafa has spun through the S's section. We were saying the action was dying down. Our Polishman, right? Rafa drops down as Danny Head Kemper is gone round the outside of Darth Viva, late on the brakes. He's got the move done into turn 1. Darth Viva is going to try make a move as Danny gets a horrendous exit down this back straight. Karem's retired from the session. He is out of this Grand Prix. Side by side are Danny and Darth Viva. Darth Viva gets the move round the outside. Good move from the Belgian. We do have a commenter saying that the fight for P2 will go on if Matthias doesn't score points. That is what we want to see. Especially if Danny is in this position. Mimolo once received a penalty as Matthias does get past him for P17. Levy receives another penalty. He is going to be our penalty man for this Grand Prix, as it seems. And here comes Danny Head Kemper, looking to get into our race lead. Yuri's made a move on Dimitri. Dimitri has set the fastest lap of this race so far, would you believe? In the Haas, I know you might think it's our race leaders who are 2.5 over the Renault, but both, however, not setting quickest times as they have been battling a lot. Here comes Danny looking. Oh, we've a yellow flag in sector 3. Is Rafa around again? It is Rafa. He's around, or he's reversing to come into the pits. That's terrible, and that is really going to ruin his progress in this Grand Prix. We go back on board with Danny Head Kemper, our chasing race leader. As we'll show you the stops here. A lot of drivers making early pit stops. Into the brakes he goes, tries to get the switch back done on the Belgian of Thomas. Matthias sets the fastest lap. Quickster's up into 4th. He's stormed past Killers. What a race start for Quickster. Here comes Danny. Tries to go the long way round of our race leader, Darth Viva. He is going to try go the long way round. These two might have a bit of a collision here. Danny just can't get it done as we've another yellow flag. It's Mimolo 1 this time is the cause. We've a virtual safety car that's gonna calm down our fun here for the minute, but I just want to go. Look at the spots Quickster's made up. 10 positions. He's already a runner for our driver of the day. If he can keep this pace going. Hasn't had too great a season, but had a good race in Japan. Could have a good race here. He's already up 10 from our race start. As Mimolo 1 is actually out of this session, he is what caused our virtual safety car. Not good from the Irishman. Didn't have a good qualifying. Both these come into the pits at just the wrong time. The race has actually just got back underway. Both coming in at the wrong time, which means the Renault of Donkey will take this race lead. Who can't get the quicker stop? It's mediums for both, I believe. It is mediums for both getting fairly averages of stops. Whom will they be beaten by? I'll get this camera down off for you here. They're going to be beaten by a lot and come out into traffic. They're just going to get out, I believe, before the Renault of Marcus. To get out before Van Rash. But there is actually many things is actually in between the pair. As Darth Thief is getting to look to make a move on Henk up this main straight. He is the only thing really stop. He's the only thing that could stop Darth FIFA in his way, and he's not going to stop as he is not in this battle. He's not going to hold up our two race leaders. As Danny is trying to go round the... He's gone down the inside of many things. What a move from the Haas. He now has to get past Henk. As the battle... The gap has actually increased. Somehow. I don't know how, but it has. SVDL's in third now in the racing point. He is the lead racing point in this race. You don't hear that often. As well, Donkey, he's on the mediums, so he could continue this for a while. Danny gets past Henk. Or no, he hasn't. Henk is still there. And goes way too wide, and Danny's hit him. Danny Head Kemper's hit the Mercedes. Hasn't got a penalty. He's hit him. That's going to be a lot of front wing damage, and that's really, really going to hamper his battle for this race win. Danny Kemper's race falling apart here? We really hope not, as Quickster has made a stop. SVDL and Donkey staying out. Somebody's spun, I believe. We had a yellow flag there. We still do have a yellow flag. It's SVDL. Oh, he's out. We'll go on board with Van Raj to see what happened. Oh, he's just spun on the main straight. We have a safety car. We have a safety car. And look who this is going to benefit. Donkey, we could see a third man in our race lead. We have a safety car. SVDL's given us a safety car, and we do have a beggar for a safety car every week. We finally got one. Danny got hit from behind, seemingly. He might well have. As we do have a safety car. What a race this has been so far. I know Abu Dhabi's normally a fairly boring race in real life. We have an absolute action-packed one here in DRC. Can Donkey get in and out before? No, he will not get in and out before Dark FIFA, but he could be in this battle. This is really going to help close the gap from our, what is our front two, practically. But we see Donkey pit. He is on the mediums. They can go for a lot longer. But we'll have to wait and see. Danny didn't go wide, he got hit from behind, so I'll have to watch that and see. Donkey comes into the pits, and that will give Dark FIFA our race lead here in DRC. Henk Peter is also coming into the pits. Danny and Dark FIFA are coming into the pit. Danny's coming in to fix his front wing damage. So this could be a podium opportunity for Quickster. He is going to come into the pits. Or is he? Maybe he isn't. But anyway, this is an opportunity for the pair. Not the pair. He's only one person as far as I'm concerned. Yuri's back up into second. Because he has already pit. Danny has to pit to fix his front wing damage that he got after a collision with Henk. He's onto the hard compound tyres, so could we see that FIFA possibly on a 2-stop? Danny is on a 2-stop, obviously, but he can go to the end. And it is a safety car, so this is definitely where you want to go in and fix your the damage if you can. Quick Killers is in 5th. He's had a good race so far, but we are going to see some race start because Yuri and Stein both have nothing to lose in this championship. Of course, Danny is battling for P2. Dark FIFA is the championship 1. Yuri is in his best ever position so far. Could we see him go for a bit of a bold move on Dark FIFA? Yuri has already pitted, so this is our actual running order. With all pit stops are complete so far. Anyway, there will be more, of course. But this is our running order. Let's look at the position change. Quickster's up 8, Henk is up 9, Yuri's up 3, Van Raj is up 7 so far, Dimitri's down 10. Now if we go back and look, oh, Van Raj has Van Raj come into the pits? How are they overtaking? How are they overtaking? I really don't get safety cars anymore. They just don't work on this game. Will we see anyone else come into the pits? Everyone's on fairly fresh tires, but some people might have a bit of damage. Donkey's on soft, so they're not gonna last. We know that for a fact. They're not gonna last. Last thing, one of the best races so far. It really has been. It really has been such a race so far. Now, of course, we do have our editor also watching. He says he's off to make the quality results. You really don't want to miss this. This has been some race so far. We're already 9 laps in. One of the quickest so far, in my opinion. Anyway, it is only 22.8. It's not GMT anymore, it's British summertime. But it really is a good race so far. As we are waiting for this safety car period to be over. Who could still technically win this race? Danny Kemper is... Don't rule him out. If one of our drivers is watching, Koff, Mimolo1 and Karem Koff, if you could tell us what the strategy is, that would be really, really beneficial, so we could know what we're looking for here. Is it a 2-stop, possibly a 3-stop, or is it just the 1? Unless Darth FIFA is an absolute stormtrooper, which we have seen, could he last these mediums to the end? I personally don't think so, just from racing experience, but the safety car is coming in the slap. Oh, Donkey's got a penalty, and I believe Stein's going to get one as well for a collision. That's not what we want. Marcus has received a penalty. But we are going to see these. Why are the cameras so terrible around Abu Dhabi? They're awful. Here comes Darth FIFA. Look how quickly Yuri and Stein are on the back of him. They both get lots of experience racing in LASF1. And there is a lot of safety cars there, not saying anything. But we are waiting to go underway. As we will go on our way very quickly. Darth FIFA, we go racing for the second time. As we do have another yellow flag straight away. That's just getting us underway. Yuri can't make a move already. But Donkey can make a move on Stein. Down the inside he goes already. Great move from the Renault man. Danny is already past Hank Peter, who he gave his front wing damage happened to. Matthias is looking to make the same move on Hank. Killers has got past Stein. Oh, bit of a collision between the pair. Oh, Levy's out of the Grand Prix. We've a yellow flag in all 3 sectors. Killers is up to 3rd, looking to get his 2nd DRC podium. Something happened with Donkey, but Stein is now in Killers' slipstream. Darth FIFA speeding away into the sunset. And here comes Stein, going to look round the outside. Can he make the late move? We've seen Killers make some treacherous moves. What a move from Stein! Round the outside through that chicane. That's excellent racing from the Williams. That's really what we need to liven. That's really the good racing we need. Killers is going to go back down his inside. Gets the braking all wrong, but Stein cannot make a move on it. Donkey's on the back of Stein. Quickster on the back of Donkey. Danny's now on the back of this, and so is Hank Peter. I'm saying it's Peter or something like that, I don't know, but anyway. Donkey's now on the back and looking to get past Stein. Here comes Donkey. Oh, we've a yellow flag. Many things is out of this session. He's many things to worry about. Oh, we've a virtual safety car. I thought Monaco was bad for safety cars. This is terrible. We have a virtual safety car. Darth FIFA is so far up the road. Levy has left this session. We didn't even see what happened to him. We've 13 drivers left. Will we see any finishers? We might see Darth FIFA finish. That's about it. What the... How did we get into this situation then? As we're waiting to go back underway, we are back underway as Danny and Kemper's got a run on Quicksters. We're going to stay on board. Oh, Donkey's run wide. We're going to look and see, can Quicksters get past him? Can Quicksters be very quick down this straight? It's in the name, I suppose. We're going to go on board here. So he's going to try pull around the outside. We'll go outside now and see what can he do. Mimolo1, you caused this chaos with the safety car. Quickster's running wide. That's going to be a free position for our Haas of Danny. Oh, Danny runs slightly wide. Here we go. We'll go back. We'll go back down the grid actually, and can we see any battles? None at the minute as Henk receives a penalty. We have 12 laps gone out of 28. Very quick race so far. It is a long lap, but not many laps. Oh, Rafa has left the session. What's happened to him? I'm not sure, but anyway, we go on board with Killers, who is in third. The two Alphas having a bit of a scrap. We'll have to wait and see. Tentoon, I believe that is Van Raj just letting Tentoon Stelling through. Start Fever's leading the way, 4.6. The gap really has come down now as Stein is looking to get a move on Killers to get a Williams on the podium. When was the last time we've seen that? It was Pastor Maldonado in 2012. As he's really getting through that section. That's a corner cut, however. We're just going to ignore that. But that is a corner cut. We'll pop back to that in a minute, but the two Alfa Romeos, 7th and 8th, and of course there's a phrase going, when all others lose their heads, you don't lose yours. Stroll, Baku, sorry, I apologise, Lance Stroll in 2017 and Baku, it's the last time you've seen a Williams on the podium. And I go back to the Alphas, while all others are losing your head, don't use your, don't, forget it. We go back to the Williams battle, and I am corrected, it is Stroll. Last Williams was Lance Stroll in 2017 on the podium in Baku. Bit of a hectic race that was. A hectic race here as well, as we do have Yuri running second and Killers running third. Killers, of course, is a podium finisher in DRC, but in 2 seasons he has only got 1. Last win for Williams was Lord Pastor Maldonado. Oh, he's touched Stein. Speaking of Pastor Maldonado, has turned into him and has hit Killers on lap 38 here, lap 13. Lucky for some, and it certainly is unlucky for Stein. Does he have front wing damage? We stay on board as he's going to try and go the long way. I always say we stay on board and then switch. He's going to try and go the long way around Killers. We've seen one Williams do it today. We've just seen him do it. Round the outside goes Stein. But Quickster's is going to get the slipstream. We will actually go on board now and keep watching. He's going to go down the inside. Does the Ferrari? We've seen him do this again once before. Can he do it again? He's not going to bully the Williams into this move and keeps it going. That's a great move from the Williams of Stein. As he gets past Killers for the podium position. I'm going to go on board with Yuri just for a lap, as he is in second. A good position so far from Yuri in terms of his point of view, but we really need to know what the strategy is. Really need to know what the strategy is. If somebody would like to tell us, if there is a driver watching, that'd be really beneficial. Bit of a battle developing as Donkey pitted for the mediums under that virtual safety car. Didn't even notice that really. But he is now going to be battling with Dimitri and Henk for the final points, or for 9th, sorry. But he will want to get a points finish, Donkey. As Yuri is really weaving to get rid of that slipstream. Look how quick Stein's caught Yuri. Stein could catch Dart Viva at this rate, and that's 7.8 seconds. 8.1 seconds even. As we watch now, the Williams of Stein try to catch up to Yuri. He's in the slipstream already. Now he pulls to the outside. He's going to do it again. Exactly what he did on Killers. Round the outside he goes. Gets the job done. Stein is a man on a mission. Yuri's still there, however, and isn't going to give up that easy. Killers is now going to join the fight. We're going to see a 3-way fight for second. It's going to be Yuri coming onto the back of Stein here. He's down in 12th. That's a terrible result for our second place championship. Our second place championship man. As Killers is now caught up on Yuri. That's the battle we're going to watch, is Killers on Yuri. Here he comes now. Into the braking zone. Sorry, not into the braking zone. He's now into the braking zone. As he's going to catch the McLaren of Yuri. Oh, runs wide. Dimitri sets a fastest lap. That's a good lap from him. What can he do now here? Not close enough to make a move yet, but Yuri's caught up to Stein. Very, very close. This battle is a three-way battle for second. You don't often see that. You definitely don't see a three-way battle for first in this series anyway. Yuri to the outside, Killers to the inside, down the inside of both of them he goes. Oh my god, that's a corner cut and a half. Lets them both through, but Yuri went around the outside of Stein through all that and is back up into second position. Here comes Yuri now through this section. Are they close enough? Killers is right on the back. Look who's joined the battle. Danny and Kemper. Four-way battle for a second. If this keeps going, we'll get a five-way. With Quickster. Could Tentu Stelling possibly join this battle as well as teammate Van Rij? Possibly. Oh, Danny's nearly into the wall. Catches the car. We have seen... Oh, Stein runs wide. We have seen an F2 move there called the Schumacher Shimmy. You could see the Danny into the barrier move. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but anyway. Killers goes round the outside of Stein to keep up P2, P3. Danny goes round the outside of Stein as well. Both drivers in a bit of a battle. All four drivers in a battle. Two Williamses, 5th and 6th. What a result for them. Claire Williams will be happy. As we do have a yellow flag. Dimitri's out of this Grand Prix. We're going to go right down. Oh, he spun. We have a virtual safety car. We have another virtual safety car. In DRC. The real question. Yeah, that's what we really want to know. Does Thomas need to pit? And I will get on to I will message one of our retired drivers. See, was it a two-stop? We do have a virtual safety car kind of spoiling our little battle here. As Killers is in second now. How did he get there? Meanwhile, does Thomas need to pit? Was it a two-stop? Virtual safety car is ending, as Yuri's going to get a bit of a run on the back of Killers here. Has Killers come into the pits? Yes, he has. We are on a two-stop here, I believe. We are on a two-stop as we're going to be waiting for a bit of a battle. Stein now on the back of Yuri, who's on the back of Danny Kemp. How has he got into second? I missed that completely. How has he got into second? How have I missed? Anyway. So, Danny just did 9 laps on these hard compound tyres, as we're going to see Stein look down the inside of Yuri. We don't get a second to talk about strategy, it's all action here. I believe soft medium does have to pit, because just for pace-wise. He's did 11 laps on them mediums all the same. Anyway, this battle is starting to decease for a minute. And we are going to talk strategy now. Danny said 9 laps on hard compound tyres. He can get to the end, I'd say, but can't start FIFA because he will start to slow down as he nearly taps the wall there. That was very close indeed from the Belgian. The brilliant Belgian. As Matthias is going to look to make a move on Donkey here. Both these race with LASF1. We know I keep name dropping that league. Don't ask me why. Down the inside goes Donkey. Matthias is going to get the switcheroo. The outside becomes the inside. Bob's your uncle. Matthias gets the move done. As look where the Alphas are now. 5th and 6th. They just keep getting up there. As now Danny is back to the top after that collision with Henk. And he is a man on a mission with 10 laps to go. 20 laps are easily doable on those hard compound tyres, I believe. And the owner of LASF1 trying to do a little bit of what I call commentator sniping. But we're going to ignore that for a minute as we keep concentrating on this race. The gap has already come down between Danny and Dart FIFA. 2 names we've said an awful lot this season. 2 names who have really put on a show. He deletes the message. Good man, lass. Anyway, we continue. Stein now. Is he AI? Stein is AI. I didn't even see Stein leaving. I've really missed a lot this Grand Prix all the same. How was when did Marcus leave this race? We just have a load of DNFs. As Donkey does the same move on Matthias again. These are going to be side by side down the straight. 10 laps to go. Here comes Matthias. On the side of Donkey. Can he get it done on this occasion? No, he can't. Donkey is still there. Great battling from this pair. Them two nearly touch as we do. How did Stein set the fastest lap in the pits? Anyway, that's odd. Now, Van Raj is up onto the podium. If the Alfa Romeo can get a podium from 18th on the grid, that would be some race. But we look. Stein's joined back again. You just set the fastest lap, buddy. We look at all the medium runners nearly pitting now. Will Dart FIFA have to pit? That's what we want to wait and see, because this could really spice things up if he does have to. We watch now Danny try to catch Van Raj is in third. What a result if the Alpha can stay on the podium. What a result. We have a 3-way battle for 6 now. Yuri has joined the fight between Donkey and Matthias. Matthias still not being able to get past, but he's going to try and get past on this occasion. Yuri goes down the middle of the pair, 3 wide. Oh, Yuri tried a bit of a switcheroo, but it didn't work. Matthias gets the job done. Can he get it done, though? He hasn't been able to. Donkey still battling. Donkey, of course. No, I'm not going to name drop it again. As Matthias runs slightly wide, Donkey down the inside. He looks to go, locks the brakes. Nearly a collision with him and Yuri. And Matthias, the 3 Dutch drivers. An awful lot of Dutch drivers, really, when you think about it. But the 3 Dutch drivers nearly have it coming together. Oh, Henk's all skirmishing on the curb there. Nearly spins it. Dentdoon, Stelling and Stein. Oh, past. Dart FIFA's pit. Dart FIFA has pit. We haven't even noticed it. Dart FIFA's into the pits and he is in second. 3 seconds behind our race leader, Danny. And what really could happen here is he's just going to blast past them. Unless Danny can keep the pace. How did we miss that? We've been questioning it for the last 5 laps and we just miss it. Anyway, we continue on. Van Raj now has did 12 laps. Killer's looking to pass Van Raj for the podium, the final podium position. As Dart Fever did pin onto the softs, will we see a bit of a battle towards the end? If Dart Killers has just got past Van Raj, but yes, if Dart Fever and Danny crash, oh, we've a safety car, do we? Henk has retired. We've a safety car. This race can't get any better. We have a safety car. Danny's gonna come into the pits because, yeah, we have a safety car. Oh my god, how? This Abu Dhabi last season was the race of the season. I put this race of the season this year. This is unbelievable. This is actually crazy. As Danny does serve a penalty, Dart Fever's back into the lead of the race, but it's not going to be for that long. Killers will come into second, as everyone else pitting, I believe. This is crazy. I've missed so much today because purely of the amount going on. This is one of the best. This is one of the best races in this season. If not the best. No, Japan was the best. What am I saying? Japan was something else. This is really, really such a good race. And we still have 7 laps to the death. It's going to be Dart Fever versus Killers versus Danny for the win. And make sure to vote for Driver of the Day. There's really a few candidates. My favourite is probably Quickster, who started all the way down near the bottom of the grid, but to 4A. As Dart Fever will lead us away after the safety car. This race is better. It could be better than Japan, of course. But there will be a vote at the end of the season to see what the best race was. But it's Japan versus Abu Dhabi. This is better than Monaco. This is a better race than Monaco. It's just flown by. As safety car won't be coming in this lap. Seven laps to go here. Killers versus Dart Fever versus... It could be anyone. There could be a collision. It could be anyone's race. Matthias is AI, so boy, 6th and all. We're gonna get a 6-lap sprint to the line. Danny and Dart Fever both on fresh tyres. So's Killers. He's on 5-lap mediums, which is practically nothing with a medium compound. But we will get a 5-lap sprint to the line. And oh my god, could this be amazing. We've seen a lot of good battling today. Can we get even more? This Abu Dhabi really in the last 2 seasons has put on quite a show for us here in DRC. And this man loves this track, obviously. Killers. Of course, they're keeping the tyres. Safety car hopefully is coming in this lap because we could get our 5 laps to the sprint to the line then. And of course we want the drivers to keep their fresh tyres, so they really are at the top of their game. Technically the quickest man on the track to qualify. Technically the quickest man in the race so far is Dimitri, just by fastest laps. The safety car is in this lap. We will get a 5-lap sprint, or will it be a 4-lap? It's going to be a 5-lap sprint to the end. Our pole sitter Danny is in 3rd, Killers in 2nd. Killers is a nominee for Driver of the Day as well. He's drove phenomenal. And Dart FIFA has just hit Killers. Yeah. Killers has just hit our FIFA. Penalties can decide the results. But before we get underway, can we do this really quickly? FIFA doesn't have any. Does Danny? He has a lot. Danny Kemper has a lot of penalties. That's the only problem. Penalties really do decide the results. Killers mightn't have any. We'll do this really quickly. He's 3 seconds. He has 3 seconds. As FIFA, for the 3rd time today, can we go racing? Anything could happen. Here he goes. We go racing in Abu Dhabi. Killers. Oh, Killers has nearly spun already. Danny Kemper's gonna look to get past immediately. He does get past immediately. That's Killers out of this equation. Now, the hunt to catch Darth FIFA. Danny has so many penalties, but anything can happen. I believe Danny has about 8, which is really, really a problem. But we do go racing again. It's going to be, we've seen these battle once so far in this race. Can we see them battle again? That's the one thing you do forget, is penalties really, really change things. As we go back down the order, I have to remember there's other battles. It's going to be Stein versus Tentoon Stelling, with Van Raj looking to get involved as well. Down into the braking zone. Tentoon Stelling looks to go around the outside, but switches back in a cautious move. Quickster's on the back of Killers to get the final podium position. Can Quicksters get a podium here? He really could. He's going to try go around the outside. Going to switch back to the inside. Gets the... Oh, good move from Quickster. That's a great overtake. As Killers runs wide and them tyres really going old. And we might not get that sprint that we have talked about so much, as Darth FIFA's kind of pulling the stretch a bit. Of course, penalties will definitely be a factor as we look at Yuri looking to make a move on Matthias. Matthias looking to make a move on Killers. Killers is all over the place. He's off the podium and all. We're not going to concentrate on our race leaders for a minute. We're going to concentrate on Yuri, who has got past Matthias. That's a great move. We didn't even see the move. What am I saying? Danny's got another penalty. He really doesn't help himself here, does he? Anyway, three-way battle 4. Matthias your position. Now Matthias looks to get the position into the brakes. Can't get it on this occasion. There's a collision. Matthias is around. He's crashed. Awful race. That's the end of his Grand Prix, most definitely. He's really, really screwed up today's Grand Prix. Not a good race from Matthias Gamer. Keep going saying Master. That's his Instagram name. Danny has called up Darth FIFA. It might be the race might be decided through penalties, but we want to see it decided on the track. Danny wants to get past Darth FIFA, even though he knows he has a lot of penalties. Oh, we've another yellow flag. It's Stein who's the victim this time. Oh, look at Donkey trying to get past Van Raj now, coming into the chicane. What can they do? Into the brakes goes Van Raj. Donkey on the hard compound tyres. 12 laps. He's not giving up. Van Raj keeps the position. Tentoon Stelling's a man. So, Tentoon Stelling won't ever be the first female DRC driver on the podium, as Tentoon Stelling is a man. Anyway, we move on. The DRS has been enabled. As Danny is looking to get past Darth FIFA. I think you mean Van Raj, and Van Raj is the Season 2 champion, so... yeah. Anyway, we go back to Danny versus Darth FIFA into the DRS. Who's going to make a move? That's a terrible camera. It's got to be Danny Kemper down the inside. He gets the job done on race leader Darth FIFA. The Danny Kemper army, which is one person, but it's still a thing, erupts as they come down into the main straight, but the battle's still not over. The pink Racing Point tries to go back round the outsides away into the brakes. Oh, nearly a collision between the two. Danny's gonna get another penalty probably. Anyway, the whole army is cheering. The head camper army. The Danny fans, as Tentoon Stelling's got to look to make a move on Killers. Doesn't happen. But he's going to try go back again. Round the outside, he might go here. Into the brakes. Oh, he's got to go back round the outside. The Killers, oh, they've touched. Killers nearly pushes Tentoon Stelling into the wall, but they keep going. The Alfa Romeo goes all the way around the outside. What a move from Tentoon Stelling. That's a great overtake. Oh, Van Raj goes down the inside of Killers now. The two Alfa Romeos work as a unit and get this job done. Teamwork makes the dream work. It really does indeed, with two absolute storming drives from the pair. As the gap up the front is increasing, but that's going to come down in the DRS, of course. Because Dart Fever is going to get some. There it is, open. Into the brakes. Oh, darn. Dart Fever can't get close enough. FEL has just left the session. He retired on lap 1. So he's watched all 26 laps of this, so fair. Go back in the grid, Van Raj. We said teamwork makes the dream work, but as Ferrari know, teamwork can also make you pay a lot of money in collision repairs. That sounded like it was a good phrase. They can't get past each other. His Killers has dropped all the way down to 8 since the safety car. He's going to look to try and get past Donkey through here. That's a very, very bright camera. Into the brakes. He just tagged it. He just touched, and they touch again. Touch for the 4th time. Bumper cars. Tentoon Stelling made a stellar move as right. What a move. Donkey's car is just messed up. Oh my god, Killers is around. Oh no. Killers, you can't do that. Oh, and the famous phrase, Sebastian Vettel, what are we doing, racing or ping pong? Killers is playing bumper cars, not even ping pong. Oh my lord, that's an awful move. Anyway, we go back on driver of the day. I think Quickster is driver of the day. He's on the podium. We're going to show you the position moves. Well, I suppose Tentoon Stellings actually did more, so he could be driver of the day. Lap 27 out of 28, of course, make sure to vote for your driver of the day. Danny has a lot of penalties and probably isn't free. But he's still fighting for it, and he's still going to fight for the victory here. Dart Fever's got in a slipstream. Right into the slipstream he goes! The switch on the inside! Dart Fever's into the wall! I've got way too excited! Dart Fever's crashed! Danny's crashed! He's hit him again! Oh, they've touched again! They've both crashed! They're both out! They're both out of the Grand Prix! Dart Fever and Danny Kemper have crashed! And they're both out of the Grand Prix! Quickster's gonna win the Grand Prix! That is the weirdest thing I've seen in my life. What the hell? What the... Van Raj is on the podium. Quickster is leading this Grand Prix. Holy... Oh my... Danny Kemper and Dart Fever have crashed. Anything can happen. We all know what race of the season is. That is amazing. Our two leaders have crashed with 1 lap to go. Quickster, who has made 13 positions, finds himself leading this Grand Prix. That is unbelievable. Tentoon Stelling is on the podium. This Stein and Donkey. Did he crash it on purpose? I really don't know. I kind of got a bit overwhelmed at that point, to say the least. Yuri is now finding himself in 2nd position. If he Penalties will decide this race because I did not even focus on who has penalties on the rest of the podium. I think Thomas did lose his temper. But what? This is the final lap of the Grand Prix, and our two boat race leaders who have led 27 laps are out. They're out of this race. Who wins this Grand Prix? I don't know how many penalties Quickster and Yuri has. I don't think Quickster has any. He doesn't. He doesn't have any. We will get our first French winner ever in the history of DRC. Quickster comes around to win for Williams in what has been the most hectic Grand Prix in DRC history. Quickster wins in Abu Dhabi. Yuri gets second. Tentun Stelling is going to finish on the podium after starting 19th. What a Grand Prix. Van Rasch will come fourth. Stein gets third. We have two Williams on the podium. Tentun Stelling wanted a podium to do penalties. Stein, we have two Williams on the podium. I don't know what to say. I really don't. This is possibly the weirdest Grand Prix in DRC history I've ever commentated on. Quickster wins. He's driver of the day. I don't care what the votes were. Quickster won it anyway, but he's driver of the day. Yuri second and Stein third. Nobody ever predicted this podium. Even on lap 26 out of 28, I did not predict this podium. Quickster wins in Abu Dhabi from 14th position and is driver of the day. Yuri comes second, Stein third, two Williams in the podium. Tentun Stelling comes fourth. What a drive from him. What a drive. Van Rasch fifth. Donkey comes sixth. Matty is seventh. Rafa 8th, Killers 9th, and the non-finishers Dart FIFA, Danny Hetkemper, Henk, Dimitri, Marcus, Many Things YT, Levy, SVDL, Mimala1, Karem, and FEL. And that is unbelievable. And I am going to apologise for getting way too excited when Dirt FIFA crashed against Danny. But I think no one was expecting that. But from me and all the DRC team, let's just say the stewards have a lot of work to do. And I wish them good luck. But from me and the rest of the DRC team, that is all we do have time for after the best Grand Prix in DRC history. And that's all I can say. So we hope you and your family stay safe, and goodbye.